Welcome to the Riff. Today on the Riff, Justin and Jarrod sit down to talk about all things Republic. We hope today is helpful and hopeful. Thanks for listening.
Riff.
Let's riff it.
My goodness. Okay. Jeremy's not here, so I'm just going to start. I'm going to start right there.
So this could be the least probably watched.
Yeah.
Watched. So
yeah. I mean, I would think so. I think once they see Jeremy's not on it, unless we superimpose Jeremy's face on yours. I'm with Jarrod Davis right now. Old Uncle Jarrod, as it's known in the biz. That's what that's what Nixa calls you at least.
Yeah. I think it's because I'm old. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't catch on to that. Oh, listen, we are going to be able to talk about Republic Campus today. And I want to dig into just the story of you getting into the campus pastor space. I want to talk about the building. And I want to talk about just Republic in general, what's coming up for Republic. We've got some exciting stuff. So if you are listening to the Riff and you are a Republicanite, if you live in Republic and you go to the Republic campus, I hope you walk away from this one more excited than when you started. And I know that the excitement level already went down because Jeremy's not here. I get that. So all we're trying to do is just get it back to where you started, really. That's all we're trying to do. And if you are a North Pointer and you do not go to the Republic campus, I hope this one not only informs you about what's going on there, but inspires you to take a next step with that campus. So that's what we're doing today. I got Jarrod with me. I'm excited to talk about Republic.
I'm nervous.
Here's one thing. You were nervous?
Yeah.
Well, here's one thing. I got pretty upset with Jarrod. I don't know. It was a couple days ago. I said, hey, you want to jump on the Riff?
This just a couple days ago. Because I upset you quite a bit, probably.
No, this one's the most recent.
Okay.
Yeah. So the most recent one is I said, hey, I want you to jump on the Riff and I want to talk about Republic. And you responded, oh, well, what are we going to talk about? I responded, of course, it's the Riff, so I don't have a plan. And then you came, obviously, I'm looking at your paper right now. You have like 18 points, and it's pretty impressive.
Well, I
brought coffee, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I said, we'll just riff. We'll just riff about Republic.
Riff it.
And you said to me, do you remember what you said?
I do. I used the wrong word.
No. You said, I'm not impulsive like you and Jeremy. And I said...
I saw you do that little...
Impulsive?
You did that little side...
What did you hope to mean? What were you trying to say there?
The word that I was looking for and tried to grab it was spontaneous. I think that's the right word. Okay. Spontaneous. I'm not spontaneous.
That feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still upset. But it feels better. All right, Jarrod, let's get into this. I want to talk about Republic. I want to talk about everything that's going on there. And I have one question for you.
Okay.
And I have multiple questions for you. But the one question that's on my mind is, what's the most exciting thing about Republic right now for you?
Man, I think that we're getting a building, that we're getting a permanent building. So we're going to be in that space by Easter-ish, maybe a little before. Ish.
Maybe a little after? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll see. But I'm excited about that. I mean, so we've been a mobile campus now for 3 years. And you were part of I know John Martz was the campus pastor when the campus launched. So
that's right.
Walk me through for just a second, like what led to starting the Republic campus?
So one of the things, this is actually birthed out of COVID. So if you look back at the COVID days, we started a pop-up campus situation because we couldn't meet inside. And one of the things that we were looking at is, where are the people that call North Point home? Where are they located? And we had what we call a heat map, which is just where people are living and where people are engaging their lives in. And we see that about 350 people that call North Point home, that is engaged in North Point in some way, meaning that they either give or serve or check their kiddos in, live in Republic at that time. So it's like, well, we're going to have a pop-up in the parking lot of Springfield. Why don't we just have a pop-up in the park at Republic? And 250 people came.
Wow.
It was like, oh, well.
There's some people here.
Oh, Okay, well, this is the whole idea of multi-site is not more campuses with 10 and 10 years. It's let's make sure that we place a campus in a space that already has influencers there that can invite their friends to see Jesus for a safe place to find and follow him. So that was the whole genesis of it, is just a pop-up situation, and we kept that pop-up going. So then it got real cold, and then we went inside. And
It's cold today.
It's cold today. We are recording this during Snowmageddon. So we ended up going inside, and we went into the rec center, which is where we currently are. But we were in the old gym, which is down the what is that? West, east, north, south. One of the cardinal directions from where we are currently. And we spent a winter in there. And then decided, hey, this is like for real. Like, I don't think this is, as we go back into quote unquote normal services or normal service times or a normal environment that we had been accustomed to. I mean, it was evident that people in Republic were calling North Point home without having a North Point home in Republic. So at that point we said, all right, well, let's just make this a campus. I mean, there's enough people here, and we believe in the city enough to where it's like this place is growing, it's thriving, it's the fastest growing area in the Springfield metro area. Like, it's a yes for us. So we moved into where we are currently. What would that 3 years ago? Probably somewhere in that area.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I think in September. So we're just over the 3-year mark. I've been there since, I think, November of last year, so just over a year. And so one of the things that I did when I got there was just, we got to find a building. We got to find a place. And so I'm most excited about planting roots because it's going to impact our ability to just have a wider reach and deeper relationships within our community. I mean, we do a lot of fun things, right? You don't need a building necessarily to do ministry, but it sure does help. It help. And so having a place where we're not going to be disappearing every week.
Tell me, I love the story of how you came to the space of saying yes to being a campus pastor.
So I was the connections pastor at Nixa for about a year, and I thought that's just where I would retire, right? I'm just going to do this gig, love it, love the people there, and I've got family there. So I've got my mom lives in Nixa, my sister, so I grew up in Nixa, graduated from Nixa, thought that's where I was going to be. My wife was the one that told me that that's what was going to happen, and I said no. Well, what she said is, I feel like you're going to be a campus pastor. And I was like, I don't think so. I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be in the sweet spot. And then when the opportunity presented itself at Republic, she gave me the side eye, like, I told you, this was going to happen. And so I just remember kind of walking through that and processing it. And it wasn't that I didn't necessarily want to be in Republic. It wasn't personal there. It was just Nixa was home, right? Mm-hmm. So I just remember praying about it, and I was getting ready one morning right after I found out about the opportunity, and I just said to myself, I'd never go to Republic. Like I'll never go to Republic. And when I said that, the Holy Spirit, just gripped my heart and said, "That's not your decision. That's not your decision. That's like not your call on where you're going to do ministry." And I was like, I'm going to be in Republic. So we're going to Republic. And it's been phenomenal. Like, it's been great. So we picked up, sold our house, moved to Republic, bought a house in Republic right across from the center. So I literally walk across the street to get to the current building. So I don't know if I'm going to stay there. I don't know, because it's very convenient to walk across the street, But so here we are, and it's been phenomenal. It's been great. The people there are wonderful. They're gritty. You don't set up and tear down a campus for 3 years without having a great heart, right? And so that's how I landed in Republic.
I love that story. All right, what I want to do is I want to get into a couple of next steps. What does this Republic building look like? And as we talk about buildings, I've been able to. I've had the honor of being able to be a part of a lot of building processes and campus openings with North Point, and it's exciting. It is. It's exciting to build buildings. It's exciting to have projects going, and it's so funny. At the end of the day, on every single project, and I'm not trying to like deflate your balloon. I don't know if you brought balloons today. I'm like, meh, because it's not about the building. Like what I'm excited about when Republic opens, right? This is the same thing with Nixa. I wasn't really excited about the building at that point. I had one guy in my mind that I wanted to get into the doors of North Point. And a new building was the excuse to get him there. And he came. Like that's what I was excited about. So as we talk about this, as we talk about this building stuff, as we talk about dollars and we talk about walls and yes, it's fun and it's exciting, but what's more exciting to me is the opportunity that is going to be presented for a safe place to find and follow Jesus in Republic to be even more prominent. So I want to get into some numbers now after saying
Numbers.
that. All right. I want to talk about some numbers. I want to talk about some plans. What do you have over there? Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You have 4? Okay, listen,
Well,
people. He's got 4 points and then he's got sub point. This is so unriff, Jarrod. This is so unriff.
I told you I was nervous.
I'm
not impulsive like you.
I know. It's fine.
Right?
Stop using that word, man. Stop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell me.
So-
I want to go through your stuff here. This is fun.
it's fun.
We don't ever do this.
Yeah,
Jeremy never
I'm
comes to the
cheating
list.
here. So what was your question? What was your question?
I don't have one. It's the riff.
It's the riff.
Yeah, it's just.
Okay.
I want to go through your list. I want to walk through, like you talked about why it matters, what excites you. We kind of walked through the excitement part. I do like the question you got there on number 3, which actually was going to be a question of mine. What's scary for you? I like that, but let's not get into that. Why is this mattering to you?
Just like you said, it's about people, right? It's about stories and it's about creating a safe place within reach where people can find and follow Jesus. It's missional. So whether you go to Dream Center, whether you go to Springfield campus or you go to Nixa, this should be exciting as we jump into the mission of North Point and we are creating that safe place in Republic that's within arm reach. For people to find and follow Jesus. It's personal to me because I remember walking into North Point for the first time, right? It was a dark season in my life. I had just been through, a divorce and a family situation and a struggle. And I just knew that I wanted to raise my boys in church, right? And I needed a place to heal because the experiences that I had did not line up with that. It was painful. It was, and so I just remember at the time there was a campus on Sunshine. Troy Hartman, love the dude. He's in Colorado,
Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, Manhattan, Kansas.
That's where he's at now.
He's in Manhattan. So
The Little Apple. That's what they call it. The Little Apple.
The Little Apple.
Yeah.
So he was a campus pastor there, and it was close, kind of where I was working at that season of my life. And I walked in, and it literally was a place of healing for me. I remember telling my story to Troy, and he says, "Man, we're launching a campus in Nixa. I think you're just the person to help do that." I was like, "Really? Like, really? Me?" And so jumped in at Nixa, and that is what we're trying to accomplish in Republic, is just a place that's within reach of people that are hurting and just need a clearer view of Jesus, that he's not a God that's just angry at them. So,
and here's something too, as we are in the Bible Belt of America. So as we plant campuses and open these things, the question that I get a lot with people that I talk to that might not be involved with church is, aren't there other churches there already? And the answer is always, yeah, for sure. And more than half of the people that are in this space don't go to church. And what I love when Jeremy says it is a lot of those people don't go to church because they have gone to church. So it's not necessarily, I think there's already churches there. And there's some great churches in the Republic area.
Yeah, for sure.
Phenomenal. So this isn't a competition element. This is can we give different angles of Jesus to people that are helpful handles to get them into a space to where they can actually see him, right? It's the whole Zacchaeus story. And if you haven't heard that story and how Jeremy walks through that, I mean, listen, this next weekend, we're going to be walking through Next live. Jeremy's going to be walking through the mission, the vision of North Point. It is such a pivotal message. If you are ever wondering, man, what are we doing here? Or do I have a space here? It's such a pivotal message. So that's what we're doing. We're doing something in Republic that, yes, other people are doing. There are other churches, absolutely. And they are great, like we said. With North Point, with this building, it's exactly what you're saying. For some reason, there's people that are still disconnected. And our goal is not to get them connected to church. Yes, awesome if they do. Our goal is to get them connected to Jesus. Right? So that is the big part of what we're looking at with this campus is not bigger, better. Oh, Republic needs North Point. Don't worry, everybody. We're coming.
Come check us out.
We got it, everybody. It's fine. North Point's coming. That's not it. It's like, hey, for some reason, man, you have not been able to connect here, there, this, that. Maybe there's a different angle. Maybe there's a long Jewish tradition of looking a stone over, and they talk about looking at scripture in all of these different ways, specifically with the Torah, that every time you turn that stone or you turn that scripture, you see a different face of God every single time. And I think that's the tapestry of what the church can be. It doesn't have to be a bunch of competing churches. It's just turn it, and that's another angle. And I think it makes sense. And there will be other churches that come alongside of us after we plant this that will be like, it makes sense. We just want people to see Jesus.
Right.
That's it, right? So I am super excited. What scares you about this?
What scares me? So being at Nixa, and we went through this journey at Nixa, right? And for whatever reason, just like we've been talking about, for whatever reason, I mean, buildings are great, okay? But for whatever reason, some people, they use a building or a new place or a new transition as an excuse to say, I'm going to check that out, right? And so at Nixa, I just remember it was like a fire hydrant, right? It's just like when we closed the doors at the other location, and then we opened the doors at the other location.
Yep.
It was like, there's some people here. There's a lot of people here that are looking to see Jesus. And so, just that the growth factor, because it's not about connecting them to church. It's not about them attending. It's about connecting them to life. And so, there's definitely pockets, serving gaps. We're gonna have ton of new serving opportunities because a bigger space doesn't just happen. Right. It takes people. Right. It takes people serving, and so. The growth that probably will happen very quickly, and how we can connect people together. So that's,
And you're right. I mean, we're going to be out of the gate. I think that we're going to be in a space to where we're having conversations of multiple services. Right now, we've got one service in Republic. Yeah. We've got a space that can accommodate about 400 people in the space that we're currently at. Kids space, we'd have to expand. There's pieces of that where one service makes sense. If you are familiar at all, if you're listening and you're familiar with the old Nixa building, this footprint is almost the exact same footprint as that building was. And we know that we ran around 700 people at that campus every single weekend. So we know we can do that. And we also know that with an auditorium that seats probably around 300 people, give or take a few, we're probably going to be in a space of multiple services, which means a space of multiple serves. Now, the multiple service thing, if you were a volunteer, specifically you're a volunteer with Kid Point, number one, thank you.
Yeah.
Number two, thank you. And then number three, thank you. And number four, it'll finally be an opportunity to sit a service and serve a service. So that's such a help logistically just to the health of the church. And it's also a logistical challenge because it is doubling your volunteer base really overnight. Now, we'll be doing a lot of things. You're going to be leading a lot of elements, and the team will be leading a lot of elements as we get into that space. But having two services is a big blessing. But it is a lot of work to get there. So I'm with you. I am excited. I'm a little bit nervous for you, not for me. I'm putting walls up. So once those get up, I'm not nervous. Yeah.
And you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And I heard,
yeah.
I heard one of Jacob was, I heard
Listen to
he
me.
was climbing.
What?
thing?
Okay. So Jacob, he runs production.
Yeah.
At the
he
Republic
does.
campus.
Does a great job.
There's a cable. We got to get over a wall. We got to get over it. And I've got Cage with me. Cage runs production at Springfield. And he's like a little spider monkey. Like he'll climb anything, right? And he couldn't get up the wall. So we're like, all right, we'll just like fish tape it over, blah, blah, blah. And as we're talking, we turn around and Jacob is taking his shoes off, which is just weird. It's just awkward. Because then we're like, hey, what you doing, bud? He's like, I can get up the wall. So then he licks his hands, wipes his feet off, okay? As you do, because you can't have dust on those.
Yeah.
Right? And then he scaled it. He scaled it like parkour style. It was so impressive.
Wish
it was.
I could have seen that.
It was impressive. Yeah. And then came back down and job done, job complete. And then he went home because he had to go. And as he left, Cage just looked at me. He was like, he was the right hire. I'm like, he sure was. That was impressive.
Phenomenal.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
If he does nothing else at North Point, that right there. So if you are at the Republic campus and you want to get on the guest network, the password is Jacob Can Climb. That's the password, and that's for real. So,
Jacob Can Climb.
Yeah,
I love it.
NPC guest. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting everything there. Let's talk about some of the donation elements, the gift elements, because we've got a large gift weekend coming up that Jeremy's going to be walking us all through, and you're going to start passing out a couple of handouts. When are you starting that? When are you doing that?
That will be. We will have just done it after this airs, so we're doing it this weekend.
Great. So time warp.
Yes.
Hey, great job on passing those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
already on it.
You are
already
so
on
fast,
it.
man. Good night. So those go out this past weekend as we record, but we'll have those in seats as people come in, handouts. However you doing that? How are you doing those?
Yeah, so they'll be in the seats. They'll be in the seats every single weekend, all the way up until the gift weekend, which is going to be March 29th and 30th.
Great. So if you are wondering, how do I get involved financially? I'm able to be a blessing in a financial way, and you're wondering how to get involved, you're going to have those handouts. Walk me through those. Walk me through what we're trying to actually raise on a financial level, and the why behind that.
So total renovation costs $375,000.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
It's $375.
$375.
Yeah. Not when you fractalize that out.
Fractalize it.
Everybody plays a part.
Yeah. So we on this flyer we're gonna have just some different things to help you grab and understand what your givings go towards. So $65, auditorium chair, right? $1,000 campus grill. We're going to be doing a lot of grilling there.
That is a lot of grill. Is that a griddle? Is that like a griddle?
Yeah, it's gonna be a griddle.
It is. Oh,
it's
my
gonna be good.
word.
It's going to be good. So you can buy us a griddle for the campus.
You do hot dogs.
Yeah.
You do bacon.
Yeah. I love bacon. Pancakes. I love griddles.
Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be good. So.
Flapjacks. I'm just saying, man. I'm excited about that one. Keep going, though. What else you got on there?
So we've got chairs for a family of 5, $325.
What? What a deal.
Yeah.
What a deal.
Yeah. You want to provide a seat for family?
I love it.
$325. Coffee bar, $5,000. And then this one I'm excited about.
What are you excited? Give it to me.
Dedicated students space.
Yes.
Dedicated student space.
I love
so we
that.
don't have that right now.
We do not.
As much as we've been a mobile campus, our students have been mobile.
That's right.
Every week, set up, tear down.
No longer.
No longer.
Yeah.
Andy was talking with me this week, and he said, because of all the snow that we've been having, he said it didn't dawn on me at the time that that was my last teardown. It didn't dawn on me. And I said, you would have slowed down a little bit, wouldn't have you? He said, yeah, I would have just marinated in that moment if I would have known that it was my last setup teardown, because they're going to be in the new space. They're going to be in the new space the end of February.
Love it.
Yeah. So $25,000 for that space. Nursing, rocking chair, $150. Got Kid Point risers, $4,000. So tons of opportunities. This will be on the seats, and then we'll be taking that best gift for Republic March 29th, March 30th.
Awesome. So 375 is the total. And just to give kind of a large scale for all of the number nerds out there, usually we're able to plant a campus or do something like this for about $500,000. Why it's 375 is because we've already got a lot of what's called FF&E in-house because we've been running for 3 years. So we have a lot of elements already that we're able to shift over to the new building. So that's where the 375 comes in. And North Point's done it over and over and over. Like I said, I think this is my eighth. This is my eighth project like this that I've been able to be a part of. I've been able to see the generosity of North Pointers every single time. And it is a team effort. I mean, it is $10 here, $1 here, $1,000 here, $10,000 here, $50 here, $10 here. I mean, it is a team, and it's a really, really fun and inviting environment, especially if you have the gift of giving and you have called North Point home for a long time, and you have been able to be generous in the past. Love it. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, so bring your best gift. So if you attend Dream Center Springfield.
Monetarily,
yes.
Best gift. Yeah, it's not like a gift exchange.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be like a white elephant.
It's not a white elephant.
No.
Like, hey, I found this in my attic, and you could put this on eBay. And
I don't want. No, that'd be weird.
No, it's a monetary gift. And so whether you go to Dream Center, Springfield campus, Nix campus, thank you for being a part of what's happening in Republic. Thanks for being a part, truly, because there are stories, so many stories of people that are getting a clear view of Jesus because of your generosity. You're making a difference. Even though you don't live in Republic, you're making a difference in Republic. So, and they can, people can be praying for the campus. And then if you call Republic home, right? If you're part of the Republic campus and you're not serving, this would be a great opportunity to jump in and find a spot. We've got a spot for you to do significant ministry, to make a significant impact in our community. So
love that. On the show notes on this one, you can just click a link and it'll take you right into a portal for volunteers. So if you are interested in serving, haven't been serving, click that little guy and it'll take you right to, we'll find you a spot.
And it probably won't be climbing. Like, we won't immediately get you into.
We've already got a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy.
Yeah,
for
we got
that.
a guy.
So if you're like,
no,
I don't know.
No, we got a guy.
We got a guy
he
for that.
He took his shoes off, man. I don't even like what was going through his mind. And then he licked his hands like an NBA player to wipe his shoes off, but there were no shoes.
I'm feeling like he maybe has done that before. Done this before.
Oh, it was not his first rodeo. There was no doubt.
Yeah.
It was. It was impressive.
Yeah.
It was impressive. Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right, Jarrod.
Click those links. And then, I had another thought, but.
Oh, you're just not impulsive. It's fine.
That's true.
No, you're fine.
Yes.
North Point is a fun season. It's a fun season with Republic. And if you find yourself at Nixa or the Dream Center or Springfield, the seats you sit in, the chairs that rock those babies, they were all gifts from someone else, right? Like, that's the beauty of multi-site and the beauty of being spread out but all being unified under one, is that, man, these blessings have come from someone else, and now it's the opportunity to do the same thing for Republic. So love this opportunity. Love having you lead this whole team for Republic. And I'm really, really excited, yes, to open it, but I'm way more excited for the people that come through those doors. So,
Come visit. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I will. Are you talking to me or the listener?
Or listeners. Yeah, they can come visit too.
Okay. All right. Well, I was planning on visiting. Yeah.
Love to have you.
All right, Riff, Raph, thank you for joining us. I hope that your excitement level is at least back to like nominal where it was started at least, because I know it dipped.
Yeah, because like when they open it up and it's
I know.
It's like, oh, that's not Jeremy.
Nope. And then I hope it came back up just a little bit. Just a little bit. So we're back. We're back at the kind of so I hope you have an average day. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Be good.
All right. We will catch you next week. Jarrod, thanks for sitting down, man. Excited for Republic. Riff Raff. Talk to you later.
Let's go.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Riff. We'll have a brand new episode every week, wherever you find podcasts.